Good evening. We'll start. So today we'll be starting with Indian geography. So again, when it comes to Indian geography or geography per se, physical geography, ಆಮೇಲೆ in physical geography later, okay, climatology, geomorphology, oceanography. Along with this, when it comes to Indian mapping or India, monsoons is a very important topic. Physical features, etc. Again, little difficult if you see the syllabus per se, but again if you observe the PYQs, there are constant repetitive topics where UPSC is playing. So let us focus on those topics. If you observe atmosphere, one of the most important topics of geography. Okay, again in atmosphere he is asking two types of questions. One about the different layers of atmosphere, or what are the features of atmosphere. Features of atmosphere when it comes, for example, as you how is atmosphere near the equator, how is it near the poles, density, how is it, temperature relationship, all these are being asked. If you have proper knowledge, easily you can get one or two questions right, guarantee. Okay, and if you observe some concepts like isotherms repeatedly being asked by UPSC, and also insolation, and some basics of space also are being asked. Apart from this, in climatology, if you observe atmosphere, planetary winds, climatic types, they repeated. Okay, along with this, some special events like El Nino, La Nina, etc. So again, if you know that these are coming and if you prepare accordingly, you can easily score well. This is one aspect. Coming to mapping aspect, again mapping aspect is very challenging thing. Indian mapping, very good. World mapping. Okay, again in Indian mapping if you observe, what all is being asked? Places in use, fine, Albedo first. Majorly rivers, mountain systems, sometimes lakes, sometimes glaciers. Okay, majority these are the questions. Minerals separate barena. Okay, fine, minerals also. Project areas environmental discuss ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Again, today I will also drop a plan about how to go about mapping, because mapping is one thing you cannot simply do for 3 days and try to recollect after 2 months. Mapping should be an integral part of your preparation every day. Okay, I will drop a plan where we are going to divide day 1, day 2, day 3 for next 3 months what we are going to do for mapping. Only if you do that, no, you are going to do mapping well. And mapping and gota high reward areas, less investment of time, rewards are very high, and our rivers multiple types of questions are being asked. I was just observing last 30-year papers. 30 years ali what all is being asked in rivers. He has asked origin, place and state, the number of states it passes through, and in which state does it pass the longest. Sometimes tributaries and their order andre arranged from north to south, south to north is being asked. Then what else is he asking? Tributaries left bank, right bank, fine. Adu onde erade sati bandirodu adu. Very good. Cities, Sometimes he has asked religious places that are located on top of the rivers. Important rivers, he has not gone and asked random rivers. Important rivers only is doing this. And also any protected areas, national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, tiger reserves, etc. Very good. River joining a lake. In fact, any unique thing about the river also. There are some rivers where there are unique things. River Brahmaputra has a syntaxial bending. That has been asked. Okay. River Kaveri also. So regarding tributaries of Kaveri and how it meets, they have asked a question. So anything unique about this river also is being picked up by UPSC. So you are going to identify river and do the same for every river. And in that also UPSC has favorite rivers. Which are the favorite rivers of UPSC? Indus. And especially with current affairs, India recently has put Indus Water Treaty on abeyance. So expect a question on Indus Water Treaty for sure. He can ask you the question on treaty, or he can ask you about just Indus and the 5 tributaries of Indus also. He will not simply directly ask a question on Indus Water Treaty. 5 tributaries mere question barate. Which tributary of Indus does not originate in India? Guarantee na? Sutlej. Elli aguttadu? Tibet. Okay, these are the things we should be observing. Which states does all these rivers flow through? We still have a lot of time, but if you start doing all this right from now, by the time you reach prelims, you will be already ready with mapping. You need not be bothered about reading a mapping in the last 2-3 days of your exam. So this is one thing that we have to be knowing. And one more thing I forgot, nobody told, waterfalls. Very good. Reservoirs, dams, hydroelectric projects. Assume that one question is almost reserved in any of this topic. Any one of the aspect they will bring and get this topic. Okay. So this week, go back home. Every day, try to complete one river. Keep half an hour for mapping every day. For example, if you start with Indus tomorrow, Indus, next day we are going to do what? Day 1. Do the exercise for Indus. Day 2. Ganga and Yamuna. Number 3. Brahmaputra. Number 4. Godavari and Mahanadi. I always get confused between Godavari and Mahanadi. Both look like the same. Because we are not from that part. So we have to become familiarized. Ven Ganga, Pen Ganga. Ell originate agutte adella chanagi gottirbeku. Okay. Next. Kaveri, Narmada, Tapi. 5 days, all rivers done. Only half an hour a day. 6th day I am going to revise everything. Artha aita? In fact, before this, you are going to do mountain ranges. Same thing, day 1. Day 1, let us do Himalayas. Day 2, Northeast Himalayas. Day 3, Central India. Remember our Aravalli, Vindhya, Satpura, Mahadiyo. I just made one formula when I was reading. AVSM anta. Not to south. Our college also had one office secretary. His name was AVS Murthy. AVSM. If you are running from north to south, other area. That is how it comes. Aravalli, Vindhya, Satpura, Mahadi. Aita? Then obviously we are going to do Western and Eastern Ghats. So what you can do after day 4 days, you are going to revise in the 5th day revision. Every day from tomorrow, that is February 1st, we are starting from a good day. February 1st to May 20th, every day half an hour mapping, because return on investment is so much. Okay, economy, again other subjects, environment, return on investment is almost negative. How much ever you read is asking something else. I'll be prepared, but this is where I can assure you, I can predict questions. Artha aita? So first we are going to do with mountain ranges, then we are going to do with rivers. Once you do this, then you can come easily start with national parks, tiger reserves, biosphere reserves and wetlands. You can easily start placing all of them inside. Iga Vindhyas, Satpura andaga national park el barutte, so you can easily start placing them. Artha aita? The plan? And there also if you want to divide, day 1, Jammu Kashmir, Punjab, Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand. Day 3 I will have for revision. Day 4, Rajasthan, Haryana. You want to write Gujarat or Uttar Pradesh? Gujarat, huh? Gujarat. Then Rajasthan, sorry, UP, MP, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal and Odisha, Northeast, then we have Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala. Every day half an hour. Keep a time. I used to do this in the morning, 6 o'clock to 6:30, because I believe that is the best time for you to memorize all this. So what I do, the previous day what I have read, I will revise for 10 minutes and start with the current days. Drop a timetable like this, because how many questions come from mapping? Any idea? Again, if you add IR to this current affairs, you can approximately have 8 to 10 questions. 8 to 10 questions are almost 15 to 20 marks. I am telling you, easiest marks if you do it properly. Artha aita? So this is another plan we are going to have for mapping. So today, let us start with the questions, and I think you have not uploaded the questions. We'll resume this military exercise by the time I'll get it uploaded. Remember, we had discussed the military exercises last week. Stories are yeah. Already you are laughing. Start. We had discussed, again for those who have come, we have already discussed military exercises of a few countries. We have completed in fact Asia, and we completed Nepal first. Again, the name of the joint military exercise between India and Nepal is known as Abdul Inond Kalsilva, latest. ನಾನು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ, ಅದೇ ಮೇನ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಲೇಟಾಗಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೇನೆ ನಾನು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಲೇಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದೆ, ಅವ್ನು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಕಳಿಸಿಲ್ಲ. Yes, India and Nepal, Surya Kiran. Okay, why? Because in the recent trend, UPSC has started asking questions about joint military exercise. India and Nepal is Surya Kiran. Next, Bangladesh. Yes, Sampriti and Bongo Sagar. Again, how to remember India, Bangladesh? There is no Preeti between India and Bangladesh today. We are fighting. So, Sampriti is the name of joint military exercise between India and Bangladesh. Bongo Sagar is easy. Bongo, Pashchim Bongo Antaram. So, very easy. Next, which state? Country, Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, we had discussed was Slinex and Mitra Shakti. Slinex and Mitra Shakti. Mitra Shakti andre army, Slinex andre navy. Okay, India and Sri Lanka. Maldives, Equatorial and Ekata, double E. Equatorial and Ekata, joint military exercise between India and Maldives. Then USA madidva. Kazakhstan, very easy. Kazakhstan, Kazind athwa Prabal Dostik. Old name was Prabal Dostik, now it is Kazind. UPSC will never ask Kazind. Everybody will tell Kazind andre Kazakhstan and India. They will never ask. Okay. Then we went to Uzbekistan. Dustalik. Uzbekistan joint military exercise. Dustalik. India and Uzbekistan. Aita. Next. Kyrgyzstan. Kanjar. Kyrgyzstan andre Kanjar. Again, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ confusing ಇದೆ. Remember. Dus andre for Uzbekistan, Dustalik. Then Mongolia. Nomadic elephant. Mongolia andre nomadic elephant. Good. Next. Indonesia. Indonesia ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ? Very good. Garuda Shakti and Samudra Shakti. Garuda Shakti, Samudra Shakti. Garuda andre check once. Army na Air Force? Army. Sai Kumar. Come to Sai Kumar. Agni IPS. Indonesia, Garuda Shakti and Samudra Shakti. Mitra Shakti, Sri Lanka. Confuse abadi. Plain Shakti, only Shakti. Yes, only Shakti. There is nothing called only Shakti. Shakti is France. Shakti andre Garuda Varuna Shakti. Garuda Varuna Shakti is France. Garuda Shakti is Indonesia. Special Army Forces. And Samudra Shakti is again India and Indonesia joint military exercise. Singapore. Okay. Just remember Singapore and our Sai Kumar. All of you know Sai Kumar. So Agni Warrior. Agni Warrior. Again Simbex, Sai Kumar became Simba. And Bold, Kurukshetra. These are very important joint exercises between India and Singapore. Repeat the story. Again, when Sai Kumar comes, Agni Warrior. If he comes, Kurukshetra and Simbex. Simbex is very easy. Simba. Idu. Why? Because this Simbex is there, no? One of the oldest joint military exercise between India and any other country. Started in 1994. With which country? Singapore. Aita? Thailand. Very good. Thailand andre Maitri. Siam Bharat Indo-Thai Corporate is fine. Siam is nothing but the old name of Thailand. Bharat is another name of India. Correct? So Maitri and Siam Bharat are joint military exercises between India and Thailand. One more very important, Ayutthaya. Ayodhya plus Ayutthaya. Again, two culturally very important places in India and Thailand. So we have named this as exercise Ayutthaya, made in Indo-Thai bilateral exercise conducted in 2023. Again, here ella beda. Just remember names and the countries. Maitri done. India and Vietnam is very easy. One the Wimbax. Wimbax nobody will ask. But Sahyog Hop-Tac. Sahyog Hop-Tac is the name of joint Coast Guard exercise between India and Vietnam. Sahyog Hop-Tac. Malaysia, Harimau Shakti and Udara Shakti. Harimau Shakti and Udara Shakti. What about Indonesia? Samudra Shakti and Garuda Shakti. Remember I told you, Indonesia, Garuda is still revered as a very important cultural symbol. Their police force are also having Garuda as their emblem. Okay, Garuda andre Indonesia. Malaysia bandi Harimau Shakti and Udara Shakti. Any meaning of Udara Shakti? Is it any Ashtena? Udara? Or does it have any cultural significance? Enilva. Harimav Shakti andre? Army na nan gothilla. Anyways, Malaysia it is Harimav Shakti and Udara Shakti. Harimav means tiger in Malay language, representing the strength and nobody came during Operation Sindoor. Ishtella madidvi. Another very important, Samudra Lakshmana. Samudra Lakshmana, India Malaysia naval exercise. So repeat three names of Malaysia. Samudra Lakshmana, Harimav Shakti, Udara Shakti. Harimav andre tiger, Udara Shakti and Samudra Shakti. Lakshmana, sorry. Myanmar, Imbex, Kerala, India Myanmar bilateral exercise. Okay, and one more is IMCOR. That also won't be asked. Very less chances of it being asked. Gulf. We'll finish Gulf and go to geography. Gulf ali, especially UAE, Saudi Arabia, Oman. UAE, Saudi Arabia, Oman. Oman because recently Modi ji went to Oman also. SEPA, we signed a SEPA agreement. Oman ali one port is there where India has been given access to that logistical purpose. Dukum, very good. DUQM. Adunu discuss mana logistical the name of the port that India has got access is Dukum. In which country? UAE. Remember, UAE has become India's best friend in West Asia. If you are recently, their president came for India just for 2 hours and he went. If you remember, he came in the evening and went in the night. Because India and UAE relations have gotten so strong. So some of the examples of joint military exercise are Desert Cyclone, Desert Eagle, Zayed Talwar, Desert Cyclone. Inaugural 2024-2025 Abu Dhabi 2nd edition. Desert Cyclone. Desert and the name andre UAE will be there. Desert andre UAE will be there. Desert Eagle. Eagle andre Air Force. Zayed Talwar andre Navy. Okay. Zayed Talwar. Repeat the names. Desert Cyclone, Desert Eagle and Zayed Talwar. Talwar andre no? Sword, no? And remember Zayed. What is Zayed? Zayed is the name of that king also. MBZ antare, Mohammed bin Zayed. The person who came to India, no? The Prince of UAE. His name is MBZ. Martin, discuss. Desert, why I am focusing so much? Prelims ali, there are two parts. One is conceptual and factual part. Factual part at least we will buy out in the class. If you go alone, very difficult to buy out factual part. Okay. Desert Flag, multinational air combat exercise hosted by UAE and India participated. Desert andre UAE. Okay na? And one trilateral exercise happened between India, UAE and France known as Desert Night. Desert Night. Okay. So this is the trilateral air force exercise between India, UAE, France. Again, two of India's best friends. Done? Can anybody tell me Saudi Arabia India joint exercise? Desert illa, desert eniru UAE agoitu. Al Mohed Al Hind. Sorry, write down one more. Desert Hunt. But remember that Desert Hunt is just a tri-service special force exercise within India. Tri-service andre Army, Navy, Air Force, that's all. They are having one exercise. Desert Hunt. Jodhpur 2025. No, nothing to do with UAE. After you do it, please send it to me. No? It becomes easy. Digital notes for me to revise again. India, Oman. very important, Nasim al-Bahar. Nasim al-Bahar. Nasim al-Bahar actually means sea breeze. India and Oman Navy. Al-Naja, India and Oman Army. Eastern Bridge, it's okay if you remember or not. These two are very important. Nasim al-Bahar and Al-Naja. India and Oman joint exercise. Al-Naja and Nasim al-Bahar. Eastern Bridge, if you want, you can write down Air Force of India and Oman. Saudi Arabia, Sada Tanzik and Al Mohed Al Hind. Sada Tanzik and Al Mohed Al Hindi or Al Hind. Al Mohed Al Hind is Navy, Sada Tanzik is Army. Never anybody expected that India and Saudi Arabia, India and UAE will be having joint military exercise, because everybody saw these countries as friends of Pakistan. But despite that, we are having very good exercises or joint exercises with these countries. Aita, let us stop the exercises here. Let us go back and start with geography. Later we will come back. I hope all of you have completed your first round of geography. Yes, Antanu helta illa. I will not ask questions. I want you to answer right. This is the trend of the geography questions that are coming in UPSC. All the PDFs are uploaded below the video, Nihal and Sachin. Okay. This is the recent trend of geography questions. And if you observe, reaching its peak. Expect that the pattern will continue. Nobody can predict UPSC. All that we have is, I have idea of PYQs and I am going to revise my geography and go back. Okay, I can't tell you next year 30 questions or 10 questions are gotila. Because at one point of time, geography questions, see, less than 7, that is including IR, less than 7. I remember a friend, so his option was geography. So he was expecting, geography I will score very well, I will minimum 15 questions. He went and searched the entire paper to find only 1 or 2 geography questions. Imagine how it feels. You are depending for 10-15 questions. So what I am trying to tell you, give equal weightage to all subjects. You never know which subject can go high and which subject can come down. Again today in climatology, I have brought questions from atmosphere, climatic types, atmosphere, again El Nino, La Nina, and some biomasses and ecosystems. Okay. Again, atmospherally ಏನೇನು questions ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. They are asking about sequence and characteristics of layers. Which are the layers? Are they troposphere, stratosphere, ionosphere, etc. Okay. He is asking the features of this. How is it near equator? How is it near poles? Okay. Temperature, pressure, these things we should be knowing. Fine. Then temperature and radiation. Temperature decreases with altitude, terrestrial versus solar radiation, infrared absorption by water vapor, and greenhouse gas effects. And also questions, lot of questions are coming on this concept known as water vapor. Okay, last year also there was a question on these concepts. Okay, this is again, let us not go in depth about the concepts. Let us start with the topics. We'll come to this again later. Yes. Take your time and answer, don't rush. Take your time. Which of the following layers of atmosphere is important for the, or responsible for deflection of radio waves. Okay. Again, avaga tumba easy ittu. But again, I want you to know, you never know even UPSC is going to come back to all this. Okay. Take your time, read. Troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere. Correct? Urgent beda. Take your time. If you know the answer, I will ask, then answer, so that others also will take time to read. Even I don't know the answer. Aita, how many of you think option D? C? How many of you will not mark? ಇಂತ ಈಸಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಒಂದು ಭಯ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿ ಬಿ ಎ ಏನ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್? How will ozone reflect radio waves? Ozone ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಸಂಬಂಧನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎಸ್, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು, what I am trying to tell you, don't jump as soon as you see, oh, it's a very easy topic, because that is where you are going to make mistakes. Be very, very careful while reading these questions. Again, are you observing the trend of questions? Same topics. Don't answer, I will ask. Let us see how many of you will make mistakes. Visible? Balcony? ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ zoom ಮಾಡಲಾ? Don't answer, I will ask. How many of you think option D? Option C? B? A? Same, kaun banega crorepati? Who is getting the highest? Answer really. Answer C. There is no clouds in or water vapor in the lower stratosphere. There are no vertical winds. That is the reason why flights are easily able to operate in these areas. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಅಂದ್ರೆ UPSC is picking up every layer and is asking questions about the unique features about that layer. Fine? Because UPSC knows that every student is now going through last 10 years. So probably when go back and ask, can he change and ask anything else? He has to ask means he has to ask only these concepts only. Answer is option C. Don't apply my logic. No ide, eliminate madad. Remember, I have told you, whenever you see no, not, eliminate. Okay, this is completely knowledge based question. Read options. In the context of which of the following do some scientists suggest that use of cirrus cloud thinning technique and injection of sulfate aerosol into the stratosphere, sorry. 4 options. Creating artificial rain, reducing frequency of cyclones, reducing adverse effect of solar wind, reduce global warming. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸೋಲಾರ್ ವಿಂಡ್? ಏನು ಸೋಲಾರ್ ವಿಂಡ್ ವಾಪಸ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೋದಾ? ಅದೇನು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಗೇಮ್ ಹಿಂಗೇನಾದ್ರು ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಹೋಗಿ. ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಯು ಟು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಯುವರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲಾಜಿಕಲಿ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ ಇದನ್ನ ಅಂತ. ಸೋಲಾರ್ ವಿಂಡ್ ನ ಡಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ನೋ ಬಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್, ಇವನ್ ಗಾಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಾನ್ ಡೂ ಇಟ್. ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಇಟ್. Eliminate this. Reducing the frequency and intensity of tropical cyclone. Is it possible? When you are confused, try to eliminate option one by one. Creating artificial rains in some region. Stratosphere yen martira malege. And only option we have left is global warming. If you observe, there are multiple ways we are actually trying to tackle global warming. Mirror se bidona anta plan marta idivi. Okay, so that means that concept of artificial ways of reducing global warming, that we have to focus. Some people say paint all the terraces of building white antanu heltare, correct? Meanwhile, artificial rain has been asked by UPSC 2 to 3 times. Last year ondu, adak munche onsati. Silver iodide, sodium chloride. I don't know, I am asking you. 2, potassium iodide, sodium iodide. Silver, matte yes antira. Potassium iodide and silver iodide. Very, very important because they help in carrying out or bringing artificial rains. 2 times UPSC has asked. Cloud matte rains, next topical marti nanu. Okay, clouds I have not brought today. Clouds and rainfall. Read your, first what are you going to do? Because only you are going to first write because and then think. For others who don't know, assertion reasoning questions are whenever they are asked, the first thing I am going to write is, right here only, because then you can easily answer. Shrikar. Answer is option A. Very straightforward. But again, observe the type of question. Answer if you are not able to answer today, fine. I want you to know what kind of questions UPSC asks. Because if you open any test series, you see any kind of questions being dumped. UPSC will never do that. UPSC has a set of standard and is going to continue the same set of standards. Okay, answer is option A. Read properly. Don't answer, think. Done? How many of you will not answer? Everybody will answer. Option C, anybody? C. Option D? A? B? Why A? Air is less dense in the upper atmosphere. ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ the what? It reduces. Answer is option C, 1 and 3. Again, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ concepts. As we go higher up the altitude, as we go higher up the latitude, how does atmosphere function? If you come to know, all questions are based on this only. Are you observing the repeated trends? Exactly, correct. ಇಲ್ಲಿ second option 100% wrong. Okay, second option eliminate ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ will be with A and C. ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್. ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? Explain. Anybody with geography optional? The thickness of atmosphere is maximum over equator. Do you agree? Why? Insolation is very. ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? ಥಿಕ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? ಥಿಕ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿನೇ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಎವಾಪರೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಹಂಗೆ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಥಿಕ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಷ್ಟೇ ನನಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದು. ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ದರ್ಶನ್. ಸನ್ಲೈಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಫಾಲ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್, ಸನ್ಲೈಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫಾಲ್ ರೇಸ್. ಅಬ್ಲಿಕ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತಾ, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತಾ? ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಇನ್ಸೋಲೇಷನ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸಮಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್ಲಿ ಬಿಲೀವ್ ದಟ್ ಓಕೆ ಸರ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಥಿಕ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಇಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್. ಹೈ ಇನ್ಸೋಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಕನ್ವೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಕನ್ವೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಹೀಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮೇಲೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕನ್ವೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಹಂಗಾದ ವರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. After this, we will by heart all the seas and neighboring countries. That is very important. 5 to 6 seas are there. We will by heart with the formula. ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಷ್ಟೇ. ಏನು ಆನ್ಸರ್? ನಾಲ್ಕೇ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇರೋದು. 2023 ಕ್ವಶನ್. With reference to Earth's atmosphere, which one of the following statement is correct? First one correct? 3 to 4 times. Doctor ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಜಾಗ್ರಫರ್ ಅಲ್ರಿ. Good. Infrared rays constitute roughly 2/3 of the insolation. 2/3 illa. Infrared waves are largely absorbed by water vapor that is concentrated in the lower atmosphere. That is correct answer. Okay. Infrared waves are a part of visible spectrum. Alle gone. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹೊಡೆದ್ಬಿಡದ? ಓದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇನ್ನು. Read all the options. UPSC is very smart. Till that time, whenever such questions are there, he always gave A as the answer. In this year, he put a biscuit. Googly. Seriously, Googly ಇದು. ಹುಡುಗರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಅಗೇನ್ ಲಾಜಿಕಲಿ if you observe 90% of the times statement 1 and 2 ಬಂದಾಗ ಏನೇ ಆನ್ಸರ್. So students also will get carried away. ಇರ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡು ಅಂತ. But answer was not A this time. Answer is option D. Statement 1 is incorrect. Why? Very good. ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. Atmosphere is heated more by terrestrial radiation rather than incoming solar radiation. Thickness of the troposphere at the equator is much greater as compared to the poles. This is the first line that is actually mentioned in our books also. Okay. At the equator, heat is transported to greater heights by strong convectional currents. Correct? Repeat aita illi strong convectional currents. Are you observing the trend here? Atmosphere andre outside this no question has been asked, can be asked also. So try to know the complete concepts of atmosphere. And 2024 he has asked 2 questions on the same concept. When he starts asking, he will continue to ask questions on these topics. Any doubts? Let us continue to the next concepts. Oh, sorry, one more question is there. Water vapor. If you know what is water vapor, you could easily get it right. It is a gas, the amount of which decreases with altitude. Correct. Its percentage is maximum at poles. Chance illa. It is near the equator. Artha agtidya? Answer is 1. Ishte geography nange innenu kelbadi. Nanu trend helkodtini, henge answer madbeku helkodtini. Convectional current hinge sumne hinge hogutte ashte. Okay. Again, I told you inflation benefits debtors. I biotted this like 8 years back. Now also inflation benefits debtors. Somebody who has taken loan will benefit from inflation. That means somebody who has given loan, loss. Ashte. Sometimes don't question. See, prelims alli I am telling you 6 out of 6 prelims including 3 forest prelims clear madidini. Sometimes believe it, that's all. Read properly. Good, Swati, you are getting it right. Answer is C, 1, 2 and 3. And here also UPSC usually D nalli 1, 2, 3 irutte. I have seen students making this mistake. 1, 2, 3 guarantee, they would have marked D. These are what we call as runtime errors in UPSC. Runtime errors andre in the 2 hours while you are solving under pressure, you tend to get carried away. 1, 2, 3 andre mind automatically what it comes? D. But here he has purposely given option C. Artha agtidya? So that is why these are small things you cannot ignore at UPSC exams. Sometimes you will see in option A also they would have given all the above. Okay. Last question related to atmosphere. Yeah. Odi, doctor. Correct irbodu andru read once. Next time I will change the previous year question and come. The amount of dust particle in the atmosphere is more in subtropical and temperate areas than in equatorial and polar regions. Simple, equatorial al male band ella dust hogbidutalla. Yes or no? In equator rain, so dust will be relatively lesser. Subtropical and temperate areas have less dry winds. More dry winds, adike dry winds idre tane it will stay. Less dry winds andre more wet winds. More wet winds andre more rain. More rain andre dust gone. Slow down, it's okay. Make mistakes here, but again make sure that you don't repeat. Common sense illide. Correct? ಈಗ equator ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಳೆ ಬರುತ್ತಾ, rainfall. So do you think dust will be more or less? Less. And dry winds, more dry winds, more dust. Fine. So the answer was option C, not A. Very good that UPSC is breaking. And actually in these questions, it is better he will give one option wrong. You don't have to give exercise to your brain, reason or not anta question managiralla. Because many times in test series you will get confused. Reason or not, you don't know. But good that he will give one statement wrong. It becomes easy. Okay na? Innenu nan geography kelbadi. I can teach all subject except geography. Concepts na helkoda kashta. But one more thing, observation. Most of the questions have been copy pasted from physical geography NCERT. Copy pasted. Okay. So again, hardly 150 pages or 100 pages. In that 50 pages are only maps, 40 to 50 pages. You still have time. keep 2 days and make short notes and revise it multiple times. Artha aita? So this is one set of questions, and climatology is one topic where most number of questions have come in UPSC Prelims, especially in geography. Second largest topic that are coming is a concept known as the types of climate, or what we call biomes also. How many biomes are there? 6. Tundra, taiga, savanna. 9. Okay. At one point of time, every year UPSC has asked one question on this, every year. And usually he asks questions on savanna, equatorial, monsoon, Mediterranean. But last 2 years he is going and asking new types. China, in East China type, East China, and also British type, type start ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Pampa. Correct. In 1 year, he had given this and asked you to tell which type of climate. Options are St. Lawrence, China type, West European type, and Mediterranean type. Here it is 12.2, 10.4, 14.4, 14, 16.8. Not visible, huh? Why do you think Mediterranean? Dry summers, wet winters antana? Illi male chana bandide illi. Answer was actually West European type. Answer is West European type. Again, if you want, again there is GC Leong book. In GC Leong book, in minimum every type is covered in 2 pages. 1 sheet per type, go and make notes. Never leave anything to risk. Anyways, this is the time where you have enough time, where you can invest and make some notes. You can't do this in April or May. Why? Because I'll show you the number of times the topics have been asked. So that is the reason this is a very important concept. Read all the options. If you want, you can write down. Take your time. Where is the albedo highest and lowest? Poles are highest alva. So first yaad barbeku? Tundra or taiga? Tundra, good. Then taiga, good. Deciduous. Then it is evergreen. Are you observing how he has applied 2 topics here? One is climatic types, one more is albedo. I think in albedo, while giving notes, the faculty would have given ascending and descending order of albedo irutte. Different ecosystems to albedo. Desert della ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Albedo you should be knowing what is the increasing and decreasing order for snow, desert and different ecosystems. It will be given. If not, you can add this topic. Read all lines before answering. Doctor, ನಿಮಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಕಲೀರಿ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ, ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Very easy question. Correct? Answer is option A. Again, which type of climate? Equatorial. Easy? Wait, how many of you think it is option A? Temperate coniferous forests. Option B? Option C? Option D? Option A. Temperate coniferous forests. Check ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ. Okay, check ಮಾಡಿ. This was a pattern that was being asked. UPSC has forgotten. He can come back again. Okay, temperate coniferous forests. Again, this will come under even vegetation also. It is easy. What is the answer? Dry summer, wet winter and the takshana. It is going to be which one? Mediterranean only. Correct? UPSC has asked Mediterranean multiple number of times actually. Savannah. Eliminate options. Option A is eliminated. Yes. B. Rainfall in winter only. Yadrudadu. Mediterranean. Good. Extremely short dry season. You only observe tropically extremely short dry season irata. Extremely short. Answer is definite dry and wet season. Okay. This is the answer for tropical savanna. Take your time, read all the options. Take your time. If you are wrong, I will send you to that place where you are choosing. Choose. North American prairie is a good place to go. If you go to Siberian tundra also gone, African savanna also gone. What is the answer? Think. Fine. Climate is extreme. Rainfall is scanty. People used to be nomadic herders. Central Asian steppes. Central Asian steppes. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾಕಿರಬಾರ್ದು nomads. Okay. Another very easy question. Are you observing the frequency of the questions? Frequency of the questions on this topic, that makes it a very, very important topic. Okay. Again, very straightforward. Idin tappu helidre hortubidi hange. Answer is monsoon climate, seasonal reversal. Read full complete passage before you answer. Each day is more or less the same. Morning is clear and bright with a sea breeze. As the sun climbs high in the sky, heat mounts up, dark clouds form, rain comes with thunder and lightning, but the rain is soon over. Which one of the following regions is described in the above passage? Equatorial. Straightforward ide. Okay. Anybody else has any other options? Read others. Question Savannah ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇದೆ. Features of Savannah ಅಂತ. Burrowing animals and termites. Fire ಇರಲೇಬೇಕು. Fire is a characteristic of Savannah. So see which options have 2. 1 and 2 and 2, 3, 4. Remove everything else. Then come to grazing herbivores. Irutta? Obviously. So what should be our answer? C, 2, 3 and 4. Also, I have a very illogical logic to solve this question. Whenever UPSC gives 5 options, the answer with 3 options is right. 95% accuracy. 95% ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. Whenever UPSC gives an option, imagine if there are 6 sub-options, the option with 4 topics is the answer. 95% accuracy. You can go back home and do the homework. By the way, I'll bring that and show it to you. ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. I am word by word reading all the questions of last 10 years to give you such evidence-based answers. Whenever you are reading or having 5 sub-options, usually the option with 3 options is correct. 4 ಅಂದಾಗ 2. ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಮೇಜರ್ಲಿ 5 ಇದ್ದಾಗ 3, 6 ಇದ್ದಾಗ 4. But please don't blindly apply it. Don't go against your logic and apply. You know the answer is wrong, but no, 95%, sir has told. Don't do that. We tend to do that. We don't believe ourselves, but we believe the trick. Please believe the trick. Where can you use this, sir? Whenever you are stuck between 2 options, or whenever you have marked only 65 questions or 70 questions. You cannot clear the exam attempting 65 questions. So 80, 85 tanga hogbeku andag, you probably in the last barrier, or you can say it is your last defense. I should not be teaching it or telling it, but it's just a mere observation that I am making. Again, this is under vegetation, but I brought it here only. Read all the options. Anusha, next time ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಕೊಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಆರಾಮ್ಸೆ, take your time. Leaf litter decomposes faster than any other biome. That is your hint. Decomposes faster andre moisture should be very high. Choose where moisture is very high. Tropical rainforest. Artha agtidya? Understood? Some words will give you the standout, or they will tell you that this is the option or this is the answer. Very good. Epiphytes. Epiphytes is also there. ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಈಗ. First time UPSC gave this biome. Till then he had never asked this biome. Answer is marine west coast climate. ಎಲ್ಲಿ Equatorial ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? Okay, don't rush. Fine. Any doubts? Artha aita? The kind of questions that are being asked in climatic types, or what we call biomes. Many questions means the importance of the topic multiplies. Less questions means we are going to read, but we are not going to give so much importance. Exactly. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ precipitation ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಈಕ್ವೆಟೋರಿಯಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ precipitation ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. 50 ಬರದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. More than 250, 275. So that is how you are going to eliminate equatorial there. Okay? And China type, I think extreme irutte. The range changes, variation. What I remember. Kami. Very good. Anyways, this will continue later. We'll jump to mapping. Okay, seas and neighboring countries. Again, some seas are there to just simply know the neighboring countries at any cost. Which are the countries, sir? Black Sea, Caspian Sea, Adriatic Sea, North Sea, then we have which other seas? Red Sea. Mediterranean Sea, very difficult. Many countries are there. We at least try to identify who are not there. Which country is not there, and you can manage. Baltic Sea also good. I hope all of you have by-hearted all the mnemonics. What is the mnemonic we discussed for Arctic Council? Green fish, driving car, going to Norway, na? Please repeat, somebody. Green andrenu? Greenland. Fish, F-I-S-H. Finland, Iceland, Savannah, Sweden and H-N ilva? Very good. Green fish. Amele. Went to Norway by car. Norway ide. Car andre C for Canada, A for America, Alaska onde. R for Russia. By the way, for those who don't know, we have discussed one formula for what? Arctic Council or Arctic Circle countries. Okay, Arctic Circle passes through how many countries? Anta. So there was a nice formula to remember. Repeat. Green fish went to Norway. Don't ask how. By car. Illi green andre Greenland. You will not realize the importance of this today. Exam ali question banda gottagute. 2 marks baruttalla. Because I still remember 1 year I predicted Russia to Ukraine neighboring countries kodtare anta. I had by-hearted the formula also. But one small mistake in the formula made sure that I went wrong. So that is why don't make such mistakes. This is the highest rewarding. How much energy do you need to by-heart this? Bedal actually. Green fish went to Norway by car. Green andre Greenland. F is Finland. Finland. I is Iceland. Sweden. H again illa. Don't create Holland and then no country. Went to Norway, obviously, by car. C for Canada, A for America, R for Russia. America or Alaska. I hope it will come. I will release martini video. Let us start. Question is about Red Sea. Red Sea receives very little precipitation in any form. No, Andre, it does not receive much precipitation. No water enters the Red Sea from rivers. Idya ilva? Answer is correct. No river enters Red Sea. Okay. Which are the countries bordering Red Sea? Dessy, D-E-S-S-Y, or however you want to pronounce it. Wait, let me see if I brought Red Sea. Seed idya? Remember our seed countries? Repeat the seed. Sudan, Sumne, Egypt, Sudan, Eritrea, Djibouti. Repeat. Egypt, Sudan, Eritrea, Djibouti. Seed. S for Sudan. Correct? E for Eritrea. Another E for Egypt. D for Djibouti. Illide Djibouti. Any doubts? Horn of Africa, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಟ್ ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Somalia, Sudan. Somalia is also there, but it comes here. It opens up here. Red Sea land ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊಮಾಲಿಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಬೇರೆ ಸೀಡ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊಮಾಲಿಯಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸುದಾನ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೂ ಸೀಡ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೂ ಸೀಡ್, ಒಂದೇ ಸೀಡ್, ಸೇಮ್ ಬಟ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಎಸ್, ರೆಡ್ ಸಿಗೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಸೀಡ್ SY ಅಥವಾ ಡೆಸ್ಸಿ, however you want to pronounce. ಆ ಕಡೆ ಸೌದಿ ಅರೇಬಿಯಾ ಮತ್ತು ಯೆಮೆನ್. ಓಕೆ, DESSEY ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ನೀವು ಡೆಸ್ಸಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ರಾ? DESSEY ಈಗ ಸರಿ ಹೋಯ್ತಾ ನೋಡಿ, ಆರ್ SEEY. ಯೆಮೆನ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಎಲ್ಲ ಮರ್ತ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಸೀಡ್ SY, or if you want to write DC. ಯಾಕೋ ಏನ್ ದರ್ಶನ್? ಶರದ್, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ರೆಡ್ ಸಿ, ರಿಪೀಟ್. ಸೊಮಾಲಿಯಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಡೋಂಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್. UPSC ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊಮಾಲಿಯಾ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊಮಾಲಿಯಾ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದೇರ್. ಹಾರ್ನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಫ್ರಿಕಾಲಿ ಸೊಮಾಲಿಯಾ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಈಜಿಪ್ಟ್, ಎರಿತ್ರಿಯಾ, ಜಿಬೋಟಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸುದಾನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೌದಿ ಅರೇಬಿಯಾ ಅಂಡ್ ಯೆಮೆನ್. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೇಬರಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆಡ್ ಸಿ. ಓಕೆ, meanwhile we should be knowing about a very important gulf. Sinai peninsula. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಗಲ್ಫ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಗಲ್ಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕಾಬಾ ಆರ್ ಗಲ್ಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಲಾತ್. ಟೂ ನೇಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್, ಗಲ್ಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕಾಬಾ ಆರ್ ಗಲ್ಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಲಾತ್, EILAT. ಓಕೆ, can you see this place? Gulf of Aqaba, also known as Gulf of Elat, EILAT. It's here only, EILAT. See which countries are converging here. Observe madi. Egypt obviously, then Israel, Jordan, Saudi Arabia. Repeat. Egypt, Israel, Jordan and Saudi Arabia. What is the name of the place? Gulf of Aqaba or Gulf of Elat. These are all high rewarding topics. And you know why that region is in the news? Last year KS question, prelims question, direct question. Meanwhile, Neom is a place that is recently in the news. Located in which country? Neom. One country is creating a new city, Saudi Arabia. Neom anta, I think it comes somewhere here. Okay, or here. Okay, the name of the place is Neom, NEOM. Fine. Red Sea done. North Sea. Again, don't, my formula works here, but don't apply my formula here. 4 andre 2. North Sea. Which of the following countries are neighboring or have a border with North Sea? Who has a border? Who does not have a border? Do you know any formula to remember North Sea countries? Let us create a new formula to remember the countries bordering North Sea. No beg friends. No beg friends. Repeat. No for Norway. BE andre Belgium. G for Germany. F for France. R ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Don't think it is Russia and add Russia there. Russia ಇದೆಯಾ? Russia does not have a border with North Sea. E for England, or you can write it as UK also. Netherlands, Denmark, Sweden. North Sea ಎನ್ನಿಂದನೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. North Sea ಅಂದ್ರೆ no big friends. No big friends. But here there is no I also, by the way. If I were to set the UPSC paper, I would add Iceland and Russia to that. Students formula by add ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. Okay. So this is North Sea, and here remember that even Scotland has a boundary with North Sea. So here Sweden plus Scotland. Be careful. Repeat my formula. No big friends. No andre Norway. Big andre BE Belgium. G is Germany. Friends FRENDS. R illa alli. F for France. E for England. N for Netherlands. D for Denmark. S for Sweden and Scotland. These are the countries bordering North Sea. Now you answer. Again apply the formula here. Eliminate which countries? Russia and Finland. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ದೇರ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ವಿಚ್ ಸಿ ವಿಚ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯುಲಾ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ವರ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಎವರ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್. ಹರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ದನ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಲೈಫ್. I still remember my friend. So he had taken chits to his practical examination. 1 to 15 experiments ready. He got experiment number 6, but he doesn't know which chit is for experiment 6. Don't end up in that situation. It will hurt very badly. See, these are questions within 30 seconds you are going to get them right. In UPSC, every time you give an attempt, you will feel that paper is very lengthy. Why? Because all the questions are very new. And once you start reading the new question, you will take lot of time. And that is why many students who are giving first attempt end up having lot of time constraints. So to ensure that time constraints don't happen, these are the questions we are going to get it right probably in 30 seconds. Okay? ಎರಡು ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ನೋಡೋಣ ಇರಿ. ಈ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಇಂದಿದೆ. ನಾನೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅದು ಬೇಡ, ಅದು ಇತ್ತು ಬಟ್ ಬೇಡ. ಇದು ನೋ ಬೇಗ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕಬಲ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮ್ ಒನ್ಸ್. ಥ್ರೂ ಅ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ಕೆಗರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್. ಹಂಗ್ ಬೇಡ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವೀಡನ್ ಅಂತ ಸ್ಕಾಟ್ಲೆಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಬಟ್ ಆ ತರ UPSC ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಅ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. Through a strait it is connected means it has a border. Exactly. Okay? Confirm once. No andre Norway idya, Belgium idya, amele Germany is there. Where is Germany? Yes. Then France elide, France. Okay? E England. N Netherlands. D Denmark. Scotland and Sweden. Okay? Fine. Kotra thumbs up. Technical expert is ready with laptop. Good. Okay. Strait of Dover, very, very important. Connects or separates England with what? France, or this continent to this part of the continent. B, na? Anyways, we'll read all the neighboring countries and come and get the answer right. Let us start with Caspian Sea. Tariq. Caspian Sea के formula Tariq. T-A-R-I-K. T for Turkmenistan, Azerbaijan, Russia, Iran and Kazakhstan. Where can you get confused here? K andre Kazakhstan. Okay, K andre Kazakhstan. No Kirik here. No Kirik in Caspian Sea. Kazakhstan. T-A-R-I-K. Repeat. T for Turkmenistan, Tajikistan. Very good. Turkmenistan. Good. A for Azerbaijan, Russia, Iran, Kazakhstan. Azerbaijan. Artha agtidiya? Again, please be very, very specific. UPSC confuse madidru. A K nalle Kirik, you will ask Kyrgyzstan. But answer is Kazakhstan. Turkmenistan ballu Tajikistan. Okay. So here is it correctly given? Caspian Sea, Kazakhstan idya? Yes. So 3 should be compulsory there in our answer. Correct? So 1 and 3 are confirmed, 4 is also confirmed. Now I have only doubt whether 5 and 2 are there. Remember my formula, 5 options andre 3 options. Hence proved. I am giving you logical evidence and I did not plan this before I brought. Now only I got it. Red Sea, Syria na? Syria's border with Mediterranean Sea. Remember I have told you important Syrian places. Syria anta one country ಇದೆ. Currently completely under distress. Syria is divided into multiple forces. Kurdistan forces are fighting. Correct? Syria the important places in news are Aleppo, Damascus, very good, Raqqa, Idlib. Which are the 2 ports? Tartus and Latakia. Very, very important. Tartus and Latakia. I read on the internet. Nowhere have they given all this. But very, very important. Repeat. Tartus and Latakia. Russian ports. I welcome. I have brought all maps. Formula is also ready. Answer is correct also. Artha aita? Caspian Sea, Tariq. We'll go to Black Sea. Again, all of you have heard of tea? All of you drink tea? Anybody drinks black tea? The formula for Black Sea is tea burger. Confuse abardala. Black tea, tea burger. Tea burger. T for Turkey. Burger. Bulgaria. Ukraine. I'll write it. T burger. T andre Turkey. B andre Bulgaria. Not Belarus. Not Belarus. I mean, ille BU ideyala. Continue. U for Ukraine. U for Ukraine. R for Russia. ಬರೋಣ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಆರ್ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಆರ್ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ GE ಫಾರ್ ಜಾರ್ಜಿಯಾ ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಜಾರ್ಜಿಯಾ ಬನ್ರಪ್ಪ ರೊಮಾನಿಯಾ ಓಕೆ ಅಗೈನ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಫುಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಟೀ ಬರ್ಗರ್ T for Turkey, Bulgaria, Ukraine, Russia, Georgia, Romania. This is Black Sea. Also, I want you to know how Black Sea and Caspian Sea are divided by Russia. Do you agree? Yes. Caucasus Mountain. Again, Russia anta godidro saku. All right? Russia, some part of Georgia, etc. Okay? Very important, Sea of Azov. Meanwhile, let us just continue from Black Sea and go to Mediterranean Sea. Okay? Black Sea endaga B, remember, Strait of Bosphorus. Strait of Bosphorus. It is a strait that divides Turkey into two parts or separates Turkey. BB easy agad nodi. Strait of Black Sea in the Bosphorus. Then we will go to one sea known as Sea of Marmara. Sea of Marmara. From here we will go to Dardanelles Strait or Strait of Dardanelles and Aegean Sea, which is nothing but we will go to Mediterranean Sea. Very, very important. If you remember like that, just make a blind map. Start from Black Sea. Be in the Strait of Bosphorus. Strait of Bosphorus. Sea of Marmara. Dardanelles Strait. Aegean Sea. Aegean Sea, you will go to Mediterranean Sea. Very important straits. Strait of Dardanelles and Bosphorus. Strait of Bosphorus, Strait of Dardanelles. Important choke points we'll discuss. Don't worry. Ishtralle questions baratte. Any doubts? Strait of Bosphorus, Sea of Marmara, Dardanelles, Aegean Sea. Fine? Next. Caspian Sea done, Black Sea done. Let us go to Adriatic Sea. Very easy. Red Sea done. What is this? Adriatic Sea, na? Baltic Sea. We'll come to Baltic Sea later. ISCMBA. Did you find it any ita? Behinda. ಇಲ್ಲ Adriatic Sea. ISCMBA. Information science. I completed information science and computers. ISCMBA. I for Italy. S for Slovenia. Nokia, Slovenia. C for Croatia. C for Croatia. M for Montenegro. B for Bosnia and Herzegovina. And last A for Albania. ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಬಾಸ್ನಿಯಾ ಅಂಡ್ ಹರ್ಸೆಗೋವಿನಾ. ಝೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ, ಅಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕಾ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಬರಿತೀನಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ. ಇದು ಇಟಲಿ, ಸ್ಲೋವೇನಿಯಾ, ಕ್ರೊಯೇಷಿಯಾ, ಬಾಸ್ನಿಯಾ ಅಂಡ್ ಹರ್ಸೆಗೋವಿನಾ, ಮಾಂಟೆನಿಗ್ರೋ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಬೇನಿಯಾ. ISCMBA. Information Science and Computers. MBA is easy. Okay. M for Montenegro, B for Bosnia and Herzegovina, A for Albania. Any doubts? Fine. Is Adriatic Sea, Albania correct? Yes. Black Sea, Croatia. Caspian Sea. No Kirik. Mediterranean Sea. Correct? Huh? Red Sea. This was ISC MBA, by the way. Okay, ISC MBA. Italy, Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia, Herzegovina, Montenegro and Albania. Any doubts? Baltic Sea, very nice formula. Rude, Germany. Cell, Poland and Finland. ರೂಡ್ ಜರ್ಮನಿ, ಸೆಲ್ ಪೋಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಿನ್ಲೆಂಡ್. ಆರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಷ್ಯಾ, ಡಿಇ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆನ್ಮಾರ್ಕ್, ರಷ್ಯಾ ಇಸ್ ಡನ್, ಡೆನ್ಮಾರ್ಕ್, ರೂಡ್ ಡನ್. ಜರ್ಮನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಜರ್ಮನಿ, ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಜರ್ಮನಿ ಹಿಯರ್? ನಾಟ್ ಬ್ರಾಟ್ ದ ಫುಲ್, ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಜರ್ಮನಿ ಡನ್. ಸೆಲ್, SELL, S for Sweden, E for Estonia, L for Latvia, one more L for Lithuania. Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, Sweden. Sell. Whom did they sell? Poland and Finland. Rude, Germany. Sell, Poland and Finland. Done all the C's. Meanwhile, might be asked, might not be asked, North Sea is connected to Black Sea or Baltic Sea through a canal known as Kiel Canal. There is a small canal, Kiel Canal, which connects our North Sea with Baltic Sea. Yes, 100%. Done? Mediterranean Sea is a border with which countries, or is a border of which countries? ತಪ್ಪು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಲೆಬನಾನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಸ್ಬೋಲಾ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಯಾವ ಕಂಟ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೀವೇ. ಟೇಕ್ ಯುವರ್ ಟೈಮ್. Jordan does not have boundary with Mediterranean Sea. Jordan eliminate ಮಾಡಿ. 2 and 3, 3 and 4. 3 and 4. Lebanon obviously has a border. Beirut ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಾ? Yes. Coast line ಇದೆ. Syria also we already discussed. ಯಾವುದು? Latakia, Tartus. Yes, Mediterranean. See, the answer is 3 and 4. Lebanon, Israel, Syria, Turkey. Cyprus. Cyprus is also a very important friend of India. Modi ji also visited Cyprus recently. Okay. North Cyprus actually has been occupied illegally by Turkey. Since Turkey is getting close to Pakistan, India is getting close to this country known as Cyprus. EU also, and Cyprus is a very important part of something known as, remember IMEC? India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. To counter BRI, we are doing this. So Cyprus is also an integral part of this. Aita? Formula in bed either. Dangerous. So many 21 countries have borders. Don't risk it. Again see repeated questions. Which one of the following countries of Southwest Asia does not open out to Mediterranean Sea? Jordan is landlocked. Artha agtidya? Done? Malta is located in Mediterranean Sea. At that point of time some conflict was happening. That is why it was asked. Now like this only, tell me all the formulas. Baltic Sea. Very good. Rude, Germany. Sell, Poland and Finland. Good. Rude andre R for Russia, DE for Denmark. Germany, rude Germany. Sell, S andre Sweden, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. Sell, Poland and Finland. Aita? Good. Mediterranean Sea beda. Black Sea? Black tea, burger. Good. T andre Turkey, Bulgaria, Ukraine, Russia, Georgia, Romania. Russia, Georgia, Romania. For those who think today it is fast, go back home today and start revising. If you revise it once or twice, you don't have to revise it again. Okay? North Sea? N, no ide, ille no. No. Big friends. Friends spelling? Friends. No I. Okay? No andre? Norway. B andre? Belgium. Guarantee na? G for Germany. France. R ಏನಾರು ಇದೆಯಾ? No. E, England. N, Netherlands, Denmark, Sweden and Scotland. Sweden and Scotland. Okay, what is the formula? No big friends for North Sea. Caspian Sea. Tariq. K, no Kirik. T ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಜಕ ತುರ್ಕ. ತುರ್ಕ್ಮೆನಿಸ್ತಾನ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಜರ್ಬೈಜಾನ್, ರಷ್ಯಾ, ಇರಾನ್, Kazakhstan, no Kyrgyzstan. Any other formulas? ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ? Red Sea, Adbedi, seed sea, SY, seed SY. And our Arctic circle, green fish goes to Norway by car. Life al maribardu. Kansale barbeku, green fish driving a car. Okay? Really? Adriatic Sea, right? Yeah. Very good. Adriatic Sea is both degrees I have. I have done MBA also and information science. Correct agide nanga. I for no Iceland, Italy. S for Slovenia, no Slovakia. Croatia, Montenegro, Bosnia and Herzegovina and Albania. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇದು neighboring countries of Adriatic Sea. Good. Balearic Islands are located in, again one off question, answer is Mediterranean Sea. So again if you want to get an idea, just open Mediterranean Sea. ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? Sardinia, Sicily. Sicily belongs to which region? Italy. Last year question ಇದೆ. Normandy. 3 places were asked in UPSC last year. ಯಾವ್ದು? Sardinia, Normandy and Sicily. Sicily ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಾ? Was it there? Sardinia. However you want to pronounce. Again, outcome or what is the understanding here? He likes to ask questions about islands within Mediterranean Sea. He also notes it is impossible for you to buy out all this. Either some place should be very much in the news to ask. Alright? Black Sea in the Strait of Bosphorus, Sea of Marmara, Dardanelles, Aegean Sea, and Aegean Sea will obviously come to Mediterranean Sea. Artha aita? Good. And Strait of Gibraltar connects Mediterranean Sea to Atlantic Ocean. Strait of Gibraltar. It connects Atlantic Ocean to Mediterranean Sea. ಈ ಕಡೆ ಅಟ್ಲಾಂಟಿಕಾ ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕಾ? Atlantic. Strait of Gibraltar will come to Mediterranean Sea. Fine. I think 20 minutes we took to buy out all this. Any doubts? Continue. Again, Mallorca is also part of Spain. Ibiza also part of Spain. These are islands in Mediterranean Sea. Answer. Take your time, don't rush. Match the following by the way. Now you are capable enough of writing the country next to it. Black Sea and yaridare? T burger, Bulgaria correct idea? A1, fine. Red Sea, Eritrea, bari Eritrea, don't look for option, right? Yellow Sea, China. Caspian Sea, Tariq. Correct? Option C. Good. Yellow Sea is also, again, never know, next year Yellow Sea kelbodu. See the neighboring countries of Yellow Sea. China, North Korea, South Korea. That's all. China, North Korea, South Korea. And Yellow Sea is near East China Sea and not South China Sea. South China Sea will come somewhere here. Yellow Sea is near East China Sea. Yes. Japan. Which river feeds Yellow Sea? Wang Ho or Wang He, however you want to pronounce it. Wang Ho or Wang He. Why is it known as Yellow Sea? Correct, huh? Dust particles. Why is it called Red Sea? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರೆಡ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತಾ? ಐರನ್ ಆಲ್ಗೆ ಒಂದಿದೆ, ಟಿ ಇಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಟ್ರೈಕ್ಲೋ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್. ಸಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ. Israel, I have dumped all the bodies there, is it? Trichodesmium erythraeum, that is also one of the algae that actually gives it red color. Tricho something. Trichodesmium erythraeum. Good thing is it's not fill in the blanks. Okay? Which is that cough syrup compound? Diethylene glycol. Check madi. Diethylene glycol. UPSC just gives diethylene glycol and asks the uses of it. Diethylene glycol. Correct? Doctors, tumma jana idira ಹೇಳಿ. Sticker. Fine. Easy, easy. Which of the following does not have a border with the Caspian Sea? Armenia, Azerbaijan, Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan, all Muslim dominated countries. Okay? Write our formula first. Macedonia idya? Artha aita, M is very good. Montenegro. Good. Answer is 1, 2, 3. All questions should come from this class. Done, seas? Artha aita? Again we will see some Indian rivers. Let us not go and read the rivers. I will show you the types of questions coming in rivers. You go back and do the homework that I have told you every day. One river, because again if I start teaching every river it will become geography class. Yes, usually they will ask you the river origin, where does it originate or from which state does that river rise from. Okay, origin, state we have to be knowing. Any mountains are there, which mountain they are rising. Then tributaries, match the tributary with their main river, and also physical features like any rift valley, any delta, any U-turn, etc. States they pass through, any cities and religious sites on their bank, dams and lakes associated with them, waterfalls created by them, glaciers that feed them. These are the types of questions asked from rivers in the last 30 years. National parks also will do in an environment anyways. You can write down protected areas. East flowing, west flowing, reasons for westward flow, delta formation. East flowing delta ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಾ, west flowing? East flowing they form a lot of deltas. West flowing ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು delta ಇರಲ್ಲ. West ಅಂದ್ರೆ our Narmada, Tapi, ಅಲ್ಲಿ deltas ಇರಲ್ಲ. East flowing they create the biggest deltas. Again sometimes these are the matching rivers and tributaries they ask. Glacier and the river pairs, dams and lake rivers and waterfalls that are there. Let us see how many of you will get this right. Good, Sachin. Take your time. This is the time sir, the question. Easiest question first. Which one of the following river thrice forks into two streams and reunites a few miles further on, thus forming the islands of Srirangam, Shivanasamudram and Srirangam? Fine. What is the answer? Kaveri. For us it is easy. For people of the north it is difficult. Ee tarane kodbeka. Arrange the rivers from north to south. Kishan Ganga, Ganga, Wine Ganga, Pen Ganga. Ganga last al barata, not to south. Give me some time, I'll give that. Better, gottilla andre hands up. Because easiest way to lose 0.67 marks. Gottilla andak stay away. But which one should be in the north? Kishan Ganga. Okay, so one irlebeka starting. So let us eliminate Pen Ganga. First time you are hearing a river adondu. Both are Godavari tributaries. So they have given actually the correct order. Ange kotidare. Don't think UPSC can't be so good, they will give the correct order and that, don't overthink. Correct is correct. Again, which rivers are asked? Again, it's okay if you don't know the answer now. Put it in your mind which rivers are being asked. Kishan Ganga. Why is Kishan Ganga famous? Jhelum. And also why this Jhelum and Indus water becomes very, very important. Government of India is constructing lot of dams across this river Indus. You should know the names of all the dams. Next class, remind me, I'll bring the names of all the dams. Okay? Wine Ganga and Pain Ganga are tributaries of Godavari. Take your time, I will ask. Easy but not easy. Mahanadina. Damodar. Okay. As a rift valley due to. Again, go back and read. What are you observing here? Any unique feature of any river? That is what is being asked. Aravalli Mountains. Aravalli Mountains is in the news. And Aravalli Mountains came in the news in January month. By the time you write the exam, it is going to be May. Your current affairs will be short for only 1 or 2 months. You will forget Aravalli. But UPSC will pick up and ask Aravalli. In Aravalli Mountains, which is the highest peak? Guarantee, na? Guru Shikhar. Very good. So, I have an idea about this. Amele, for example, Aravalli fold mountain or fault mountain? Fold or fault? Guarantee, na? Young or old? One of the oldest. And remember our formula? For young fold mountains, I told you one formula. You are a Himalaya. You are a Himalaya. U andre Ural mountains. R andre Rockies. A andre Alps. Himalaya. These are young found mountains. You are a Himalaya. U for Ural. R for Rockies. A for Andes. Andes Alps. Andes and Alps. Good. Himalayas, all of you know. What is this? Young fold mountains. Actually, mapping, if you play with mapping, it becomes very easy. But you should know how to play with mapping. Even that Yamuna also, Chambal Sindh ka beta Kaun anta ide. Chambal Sindh ka beta Kaun. Beta andre betwa. Kaun andre cane. That is actually the order. Chambal Sindh ka beta Kaun. Yes, come back. Which of the following is not true? Answer gottilla andrunu. See what is being asked. Gaggar's water is utilized in Indira Gandhi Canal. Sir, I don't know where is Indira Gandhi Canal. Rajasthan, good. Narmada rises in Amarkantak. 100% correct. Penganga is a tributary of Godavari. Just now we discussed. Nizam Sagar is situated on Manjra river. So which is wrong? A. See, we never heard about Gaggar or Indira Gandhi Canal, but I knew other three. Yes. If you know, fine. If you don't know, how many of you heard that river today? First, okay. Artha agtidya? Also, did you observe our Vainganga, Painganga coming 2 times in 2 years? See, geographically, UPSC cannot create new rivers, cannot find new rivers. He has to ask whatever is there. And in rivers, he can't ask any other dimension outside this. Anyways, all the rivers are important for us from exam perspective. The correct answer is option. Map tagud nodi. Yaradu alla. Option A. Check ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ. Check it once. Option A. Good. Let all this confusion happen here so that in exam your mind will be ready to work in chaos. Check ಮಾಡಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೇನೆ. Check and tell me. Scientist. Name. Godavari, Krishna, Pennar, Kaveri. ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಿಪ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಬನ್ನಿ, ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Now you will apply. Actually, whenever you travel, you start realizing and try to connect. Correct ಇದೆಯಾ? ಏನ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್? ಏನಾ ಶರತ್? ಏನಾ? ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ನಾನು ರೆಡಿ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. It's not my optional. I have to get ready and come. Answer is option A. But again, what is the takeaway? ಈ previous year questions ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರೋ river ಮತ್ತೆ ಬರೋದು. Whichever questions have come in these years, these rivers will come again. Okay? Come back. Good, Kiran. Correct answer. Kanchana, good. ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ. Don't apply our logic, sir. Do not andre wrong. This is factual. Yes, west flowing rivers in India have, especially peninsular rivers, have no deltas because they don't carry any sediments. Answer is option A. Okay? No controversy? This for us is very easy. Blindfold, left hand you should bubble. Kaveri basin. Which state does Kaveri pass the longest? Tamil Nadu, not Karnataka, remember that. Which fish is found in river Kaveri? Mahashir, golden mahashir. That is also one thing UPSC can ask. Mahashira? ಕೇಳಿದಾರೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಕೇಳಿದಾಗಲೇ we can predict. Which animal is famous in river Chambal? Very good. Gharial. Does it prefer fast flowing rivers or slow flowing rivers? Huh? Somewhere I read mostly it prefers swift flowing rivers. Check ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ Garial. It is a crocodile, correct? Crocodile andre don't think slow water sir. Okay? Swift. Check ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ. I remember reading somewhere that it prefers swift flowing rivers. Chambal ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತದೆ Garial. Yes, come back. Correct alla? Fast flowing rivers. You will think Garial andre ಏನು? Crocodile ಹೆಂಗೆ fast flowing rivers ಅಂತ, but it actually prefers swift flowing or fast flowing rivers. Not bad, I remember. 10 ವರ್ಷ ಹಳೆ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಅದು. Shyok, Zaskar, Spiti, Sutlej. ಇದೆಯಾ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ? I'll try to bring it. Indian rivers. First, have you heard of these rivers? Shyok river ಏನಕ್ಕೆ famous? In IR class actually I have told Darbuk, Shyok, Daulat Beg, Goldi Road ಅಂತ. ನಾಪ್ಕ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಅದೇ Shyok ಇದು. Okay? So Shyok should be actually in the topmost because it is in China border. Darbuk, Shyok, Daulat Beg, Goldi Road. So going by that, C and D are gone. Shyok, Zaskar, Spiti, Sutlej. Anyways, remember that recently, few months back, India and China had a peace agreement. A peace agreement andre we normalized ties. There are very important places between India and China which are controversial, can be asked. Like Lipu Lake, okay, hot springs, Sakshagam Valley was in the news, Galwan, Depsang and Demchok. Depsang, Demchok, hot spring and our lake. How many fingers lake? 8 or 9? In class I have told you. 8? 8 finger lake. Which lake is that? Pangong So. Pangong So lake. Very, very important. Because UPSC will not ask what India and China did. He will pick up the place and he will ask. Pangong So lake. Fresh water or salt water? Salt water. Don't apply your brain. Sir, ali glacier alwa sir, glacier melt agi fresh water, no. It is a salt water lake. Come back. Tributaries and main rivers. Chambal, Narmada, Son, Yamuna, Ganga, Yamuna Allah, okay? So answer is D, 3 only, okay, D, 3 only. Which of the river does not originate in India? Answer is Sutlej, it rises near Tibet. Yes. River Luni. Again, this river Luni is also in our NCERT. Read properly. Read all options. Hey. Why is river Luni famous? Correct. Does it join any sea? But how will it flow into Gulf of Kambat and Gulf of Kutch? I am asking. That is one river which actually dies. Huh? Answer is, it is lost in the marshy land of Run of Kutch. Ast logic idru apply ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. How did you tell that it flows into Gulf of Kambat? It's like you have done swimming there. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ವೈ ರಿವರ್ ಲೂನಿ? ರಿವರ್ ಲೂನಿ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ NCERT ಸರ್. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಎಂಡೋ ಎರಿಕ್ ಲೇಕ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಏನೋ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಎಂಡೋ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಲೇಕ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ It is lost in the marshy land of Run of Kutch. It goes and it dies suddenly. Rivers that pass through Himachal. ರವಿ ಹೋಗಲ್ವಾ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರವಿ ಒರಿಜಿನೇಟ್ ಆಗದೆ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೋ ಅರಿಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅರಿಕೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ರೋಹತಾಂಗ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹಿಮಾಚಲ್ ಪ್ರದೇಶಲ್ಲೇ ಒರಿಜಿನ್ ಆಗೋದದು ಸೊ ರವಿ ಇರ್ಲೇಬೇಕಾ ಐ ಫರ್ಗಾಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ನೇಮ್ ಆದಿತ್ ಇವ್ರು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತು ಗೌಸಲ್ವನ್ಗೆ What is our answer? Where does BS originate? Same place. BS Kund antanu karitare adana. Answer is nodi correct agi nodi. Sina, Chenab, Ravi, Sutlej. What about BS and Yamuna? ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಚೆಕ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಯಾಸು ಹಿಮಾಚಲ್ ಎಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಡಿ ನಾನು ರೆಡಿ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಲ್ಲ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ ಡಿ I want your brain to run like this. Whatever questions you are seeing now, whenever you see a river, your brain should run like this. Ashte bekagiradu. It's okay if you get your answers wrong today. We are not writing the exam tomorrow. You have, and these are the easiest way to get to 2 marks. Not correctly matched. B na D na? B for ball or D for dog? Very good. Shikhar plus 2 marks from my side. Answer is? Why? Not directly fed antana. Govind Sagar and Sutlej is correct? Guarantee na? Ukai and Tapi? Guarantee na? Ular and Jhelum? Yes, so yes. If you observe, same Kolleru has been asked 2 years back. Same question has been asked. So it is our job to read about Kolleru, reading in Wikipedia also. 1 or 2 unique features will be given only in Wikipedia, which nobody else actually gives. Come back. Very easy, straightforward question. Syntaxial bending of geologically young Himalayas. Another copy paste of NCRT. NCRT it is direct. And are you observing all the rivers that is asked by UPSC is there in NCRT? He has not created or found any new river and simply asked. Take your time, observe. Henry, ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾ ನೀವು ಟೈಮ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ 5 minutes 8:30 will conclude. Observe. Guarantee na? Answer is D. C na? It occupies linear rift valley, Narmada, true or false? ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ. It flows between India and Satpuras. Correct, yes. So 2 ಇರಲೇಬೇಕು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. So answer is come back. ಅವಾಗ ಹಿಮಾಚಲ್ ಪ್ರದೇಶ್ ಕೇಳಿದ, ಇವಾಗ ಅರುಣಾಚಲ್ ಪ್ರದೇಶ್ ಕೇಳಿದಾನೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಬರಾಕ್, ಲೋಹಿತ್, ಸುಬಾನ್ಸಿರಿ, which one flows through Arunachal Pradesh? ಬರೋಣ ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾಳೆ ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. ಬರಾಕ್ ಫ್ಲೋಸ್ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ. ಬರಾಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಒರಿಜಿನೇಟ್ ಆಗೋದು? ಮಣಿಪುರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಂ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬರಾಕ್ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿನಾ? ಬರಾಕ್ ಮಣಿಪುರಲ್ಲಿ ಒರಿಜಿನೇಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗೋದು. ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಟೀಚರ್. ಬರಾಕ, then which river originates in Teesta, sorry, Teesta originates in Sikkim. Okay, very good speaker. Answer ಏನು? Okay, which of the following are tributaries of Godavari? ವಂಶಧಾರ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ 2 and 3 only. Again, it's okay if you don't know the answer. What should enter in your head? Tributaries, very very important. Any unique features? Very important. UPSC loves northeast. Northeast ali one year he might ask river, national park, wildlife sanctuary, but he will definitely ask northeast. 2 questions every year. Is all the above. Okay, one more homework I want you to go back and see. Last 10 years ali northeast how many questions have been asked every year? Because either political aspect, economic aspect, environment aspect, or geographical aspect or cultural aspect can be asked by UPSC. Northeast na bidade illa avanu. Okay, the source of the river Teesta is the same as that of Brahmaputra, but it flows through Sikkim. Correct or wrong? Wrong. River Rangit originates in Sikkim and is a tributary of river Teesta. River Teesta flows into the Bay of Bengal on the border of India and Bangladesh. Angogalad, it will go to Bangladesh. What is the answer? 2 only. Artha aita? So again in the next session we will continue with again current affairs ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. 10-15 minutes will do. Okay, ಲೇಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಲೈವ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಲೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ನನ್ಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೀಕ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಯು ವಾಚ್ ಇಟ್ ಎನಿವೇಸ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಆನ್ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್. Another 15-20 minutes will continue. Meanwhile, tomorrow next week geography topics will continue with world rivers, world mapping, world ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. We'll pick that questions. Rivers also sometimes they have asked. Okay, and main part physical geography will continue with winds, planetary winds ಇನ್ನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, cyclones and also ಯಾವುದು ಮಿನರಲ್ ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ, that will discuss. Oceanography and geomorphology will do. ತುಂಬಾ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ oceanography ಮತ್ತೆ geomorphology. Okay, we'll do that in the next class. Now we'll resume with our current affairs topics. Let us complete our military exercise. Late ಆಗ್ತಿರೋ ನೋಡಿ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. Anyways, it is available on YouTube. ಲೇಟ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಹೊರಟ್ಬಿಡಿ. Some people PG close ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, dinner will get over, lot of problems are there, and somebody have to travel also. Okay, another 20 minutes will continue. Ah. So let us revise the West Asian India military exercises. Which three countries we discussed? Oman, UAE, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is Al Mohed Al Hind and Sada Tanzik. Sada Tanzik and Al Mohed Al Hind. This is India and Saudi Arabia joint military exercise. UAE, desert, any desert bandru you can write. Desert cyclone, desert storm, desert night. Desert night is trilateral. France, eagle also, desert eagle. Desert flag ide, adu multinational, India also will visit. Ella UAE ne. Aita? Then Oman, Nasim Al Bahar, Al Najah and Eastern Bridge. Malaysia, Harimau Shakti and Udara Shakti and Samudra Lakshmana. Haudu mooride. Samudra Lakshmana, Harimau Shakti, Udara Shakti. Indonesia, Garuda Shakti and Samudra Shakti. Okay, good. Next, India and Qatar. There is one exercise that we should be knowing, known as Zair al Bahar. Zair al Bahar. Nazim al Bahar taranidu. Zair al Bahar means roar of the sea. Indian Navy and Qatar Emiri Naval Forces. Meanwhile, one place was in the news in Qatar. Which place was that? Where USA also had one air base. Good. The name of the place is Al Udeid. Correct? Something like this. Al Udeid. This is the name. I think USA had their air base there. That is why it was in news. Another India and naval exercise known as L'Amitié. L'Amitié, India and Seychelles. India and Seychelles. What is the name? L'Amitié. L-A-M-I-T-I-Y. Again, first happened in 2015. Latest was in 2014. Japan, very important. Dharma Guardian, Veer Guardian, Shinyu Maitri and Jimex. Dharma Guardian, Veer Guardian, Shinyu Maitri and Jimex. India, Japan joint military exercises. Very difficult not to sit for more than 2 hours continuously. Nange ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗಬೇಕು. Dharma Guardian, Veer Guardian, Shinyu Maitri and Jimex. What is the name of joint military exercise, or not joint military exercise? Logistical agreement between India and Japan. Logistical agreement between India and Japan. AXA. Acquisition and Cross Servicing Agreement. AXA. Have you heard of this? Recently when Putin came, Rilos anta sign ಮಾಡಿ India and Russia logistical exercise. With Japan it is known as AXA, ACSA, Acquisition and Cross Servicing Agreement. USA? Good. USA is Lemova. If I will set the paper, I will give all these questions. Come back. Malabar. Quad countries joint naval exercise. Quad countries. India, Australia, USA and Japan. India, Australia, USA and Japan. Dharma Guardian, Jimex, Shinyu Maitri. Shinyu Maitri in Japanese actually means close. Shinyu andre close friend. Maitri andro friend. Okay. Veer Guardian. Fine, that is done. Indra, Russia. Indra, Usually it is tri-service. Look at another name here, Avia Indra. Avia Indra andre Air Force. Indra ene bandru, it is going to be India and Russia. Avia Indra. This Indra latest edition happened in 2025 in Chennai and Bay of Bengal region. Okay, that is why it was in the news. India and France. Garuda, Varuna, Shakti. Garuda means Air Force, Varuna andre Navy, Shakti andre Land, Army. Okay, and very good. Desert Night. Desert Night is trilateral. India, UAE, France. Shakti, Garuda, Varuna. These slides will be uploaded below the video by tomorrow, okay? Or if you want, you can text me on Telegram, I'll upload the slides. Next, USA. Have you done USA? India USA joint exercises? Yuddha Abhyas. Good. UK. We'll go to USA. Before that, UK. Okay. Konkan, Ajaya Warrior, Indradhanush. Konkan, Ajaya Warrior, Indradhanush. Why? Because Konkan and Ajaya Warrior happened 2 months back. Konkan andre naval exercise, Ajaya Warrior is Army, and Indradhanush is air combat. Plain Indra, Indra, Russia, France illa, Russia. Okay, plain, okay, only Indra. Next, continue. Ajaya Warrior, Konkan, Indradhanush. Exercise Iniokos. Again, it is a biennial multilateral air exercise where India participated in 2025 at Andravida Air Base in Greece. Who organizes this? Greece. India went and participated. What is the name? Iniokos. Iniokos. Greece names ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Greece capital ಏನು? Athens. Other places will be like this. There was a tennis player or football player, Giannopoulos, ಆತರ ಹೆಸರು ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Come back. US and India. Yuddha Abhyas, Vajra Prahar, Cope India, Tiger Triumph. Yuddha Abhyas, all of you know. Vajra Prahar, Cope India and Tiger Triumph. Again, one thing please remember, Cope India. Vajra Prahar, Tiger Triumph, Tiger Claw. Cope India, again Air Force partnership between India and USA. What is the name? Cope India. Tiger Triumph. But Tiger Triumph, just remember that it is more of HADR. HADR andre humanitarian assistance and disaster relief. Very, very important is Tiger Claw. First edition happened in 2025. It is a counter-terrorism Air Force joint exercise between India and USA. What is the name? Tiger Claw. Happened in Rajasthan. What is this Tiger Claw? Any idea? Oh, cool. It is also a weapon that is used in traditional fighting. Okay, that is why it is known as Tiger Claw. Shivaji. Okay, fine. Bedali. India, Australia. Austra Hind and Oz Index. Kerala, they will not ask. Austra, alle idiyalla. Austra Hind and Oz Index. But they will ask this. Talisman Sabre. Andre, it is a multilateral exercise by Australia. India participated recently. Talisman Sabre or Sabre, however you want to pronounce it. India's first participation recently in 2025. Host usually is Australia and sometimes USA. Talisman Sabre. One more very important, write down exercise pitch black, same organized by Australia. Exercise pitch black. Australia is a very nice country to do all this. Huge territory, surrounded by oceans. In experiment ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Less population also. Okay, exercise pitch black. Talisman Sabre. ಯಾರಿದು? Australia conducts all this joint exercises. Malabar we discussed. Very, very important. Exercise Milan. Who conducts this? India. Just like how they conduct multilateral exercise, we also conduct Milan, where we invite other countries to come and participate. First time organized in 1995 in Port Blair. One of the largest Indian Ocean region naval exercise. What is the name? Milan. M-I-L-A-N. India's flagship naval diplomacy in Indian Ocean region, it is biennial. What is biennial? Once in 2 years. Biannual andre twice in 1 year. Okay. 2026 13th edition will be held at Visakhapatnam. Where else can we host that? You can't host in Arabian Sea. We have our friend Pakistan waiting. So that is why usually these exercises are conducted in the Bay of Bengal region. RIMPAC. What is the name? RIMPAC. USA's very important maritime exercise, in fact world's largest maritime exercise. RIMPAC. One of the oldest, also started in 1971, and India also has recently started participating in RIMPAC. Aita? India joins USA's Red Flag Air and RIMPAC naval exercise. Again, Hindul Bandira topics UPSC will pick. Again, Red Flag andre, it is also joint air exercise conducted by whom? USA. Fine. Any doubts? Red flag happened, no? Our Rafale went and participated in this exercise, Red Flag. Exercise Cobra Warrior. Very nice name. Cobra Warrior. It usually NATO and their partner countries are conduct this exercise. What is the name? Cobra Warrior. Participants NATO and partner air forces. You will never find all of them together. I have compiled it from all the sources. Pitch black, Australia. India and USA, COPE India. Okay. Hand in hand, China, but again that hand in hand. Kai ko trust. Gave hand. Bright Star. USA Egypt led multinational exercise where India participated. What is the name? Bright Star. Tri-service engagement, but majorly Egypt and USA. Bright Star. Cobra Gold, USA, Thailand. It's okay. Cobra Gold, beda sakist. Samvedana, South Asian multinational humanitarian exercise. Who will conduct this? Samvedana. India only should consider. Okay, India only will do all these good things which is not needed. Waste of our resources. Only will get soft power. Apart from this, nothing else. What is the name? Samvedana. Akramanan. India's indigenous air force exercise. Bilateral agoito. What we are conducting within our country. What is the name? Akraman. India's indigenous air force exercise. You write any competitive exam out of these topics, one question should come. This is easy. La Perouse is another joint exercise between India and France hosts it, India participates. La Perouse. Yes, let us end military exercises here. Rest I will tell you. Do we have another 5 minutes? We will by heart the names of all the free trade agreements signed by India. Why? Because record trade agreements have been signed by India. Chances are UPSC can ask. A mother of all deals, waiting for father of all deals, India and USA to start. Start. Tell me the names of agreements that have been signed recently. SEPA, TEPA, ಆಮೇಲೆ EFTA, then RCEP, okay, ಅದು ಬೇಡ, RCEP ಬೇರೆದು, okay, fine. Recently India is not a member of RCEP. BTIA, ಆ BTIA ಹೋಯ್ತು ಇವಾಗ, because India and EU ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇ BTIA ಇತ್ತು. They have not named it as BTIA, but they have just named India EU Free Trade Agreement. ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯಾ ಜೊತೆ ಯಾವುದು? ಒಮಾನ್ ಜೊತೆನಾ? ಅದು ಸೆಪಾ ಸರ್, ಸೆಪಾ. One more is there. ECTA. ECTA is Australia. TEPA is TEPA. India and UK, which agreement? ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. India and UK. Guarantee na? Setana. New names are coming. There was a single file. I think PIB had released one single photo where all the deals were there. I'll get it next class. I'll upload it. This BTIA was there, no? It was earlier between India and European Union. Now they have not named it as BTIA, but they have just signed as India EU Free Trade Agreement. That's all. BTIA illa ivaga. India and UK is known as CETA. India and UK is CETA. CETA. India and EFTA have signed an agreement known as TEPA. Trade and Economic Partnership Agreement. What is EFTA full form? European Free Trade Association. 4 countries, SLIN anta. S for Switzerland, Liechtenstein, Iceland, Norway. So India and EU did not have free trade agreement. That's why we signed an agreement with EFTA. India, New Zealand, FTA, they will not ask. Easy name. India and Oman, SEPA. With which other countries do we have SEPA? Good. Japan, South Korea, UAE, Sri Lanka illa. Sri Lanka do plain PTA, FTA. One more grouping is about to sign one free trade agreement with India. Who is that grouping? Mercosur. Very good. Mercosur. Who are the members? Bapu. Bolivia, Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಯಾರು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ India and Australia ECTA Economic Cooperation and Trade Agreement. ECTA. Repeat ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ. First we'll go continent wise. Let us start from Australia. ECTA. Australia is ECTA. Australia ಇಂದ ಹಂಗೆ ಬನ್ನಿ. SEPA with how many countries? Japan, South Korea, UAE, Oman. Okay, ಇದು SEPA. SECA ಅಂತ ಒಂದಿದೆ. CECA. India and Malaysia. Okay. ಅದು ಬೇರೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅದು ಬೇರೆ ಹೆಸರಿದೆ, ಅದು ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ. SECA is with Malaysia. Korea we have done. India ASEAN we have free trade agreement in goods, services and investment. Free trade agreement, no other special name for that. India and Singapore SECA. So SECA ಯಾರ್ಯಾರ ಜೊತೆ ಇದೆ? Singapore and Malaysia. CECA Comprehensive Economic Cooperation Agreement. SAFTA with India and SAARC countries, but it is as good as dead. Okay, so ಬೇಡ, ಏನು ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. India and Thailand early harvest scheme. It is kind of preferential trade agreement before it becomes an advanced version. India and Thailand early harvest scheme. Okay, ಕೇಳೋ chances ಕಮ್ಮಿನೇ. But very important is our first ever free trade agreement signed with Sri Lanka. India and Sri Lanka free trade agreement signed in 1998, came into force in 2000. Simply they will ask, the first ever free trade agreement was signed between India and some other country. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? India and Mauritius, very nice name. Both SECA and SEPA mix ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Comprehensive Economic Cooperation and Partnership Agreement. Remember, Mauritius in a lot of black money comes to India round tripping, so you need comprehensive agreement to protect all that. That is why we have everything, CPA. Remittances. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ವಿಲ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಲಿ. First let us write all the countries, then we'll try to fill it up. Australia, let us mix it up. Singapore, Malaysia, Mauritius, then Japan, South Korea, Oman, UAE, fine, good. ಆಮೇಲೆ EFTA, UK. Okay, Australia ECTA, Singapore SECA Comprehensive Economic Cooperation Agreement, Malaysia SECA, Mauritius ಎಲ್ಲ SEPA, EFTA, TEPA, and last but not the least UK CETA, CET. Just remember, you went to UK to write your CET exam. Okay, you went to UK to write CET exam. ಅದು ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹಂಗೆ ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯಾಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಆಯ್ತು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? So these are the important trade agreements signed between India and other countries. So we'll conclude today. In the next class, current affairs, what all shall we discuss? Hey, budget and economic survey, to be honest, are little overripe for prelims, honestly speaking. Adildane pass agot prelims. Okay, why do you want trends ella barutte? Some current affairs magazine, they will give you trends, observe. Largest importer, trend of fiscal deficit, that we'll observe. Okay, adu bitre beda. Meanwhile, I had to discuss, but we couldn't discuss today. Major minor minerals, critical minerals and rare earth metals. Then we'll discuss India's rescue operations. Operation Ajay, Devi Shakti, we'll all discuss that in a single slide. At the time, last time martini, because it needs so much effort to arrange all the defense equipments we have purchased. At least madidini. Anything else? Dams, okay, fine. Dams. Geography no ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಲ್ಲ. Dams, very good. Indus Dam, thank you. Indus River. Sudan on that madla. Sudan. Fine, no, anyways, we will continue till prelims. We are not going to stop this any cost. If I am not there on Saturday, I will take the class on Sunday, we will do something. But this will not stop till prelims. I am doing one difficult exercise. Last 12 years, every word I am reading to identify our but, not, no, as well as 3 option, 4 option, 5 option, 6 options. I will give you empirical evidence. In the last we will discuss all that. Okay, but definitely it will help you. I will give you in writing. UPSC, 40 questions you will attempt in your knowledge. Rest all, it is some basic logic and skills that we have to learn over a period of time and not in 1 or 2 classes. Arda ida? So see you next week. We will continue with more topics of geography and these current affairs topics. In case you have any doubts, you can text me on Telegram. And I will forward the slides of today also. Okay, it will be uploaded, but anyways, this is the Telegram meeting. Thank you. Thank you, welcome.